Good evening, Soldier Boy here, and welcome back to Assassin's Creed Unity for livestream number 4 as we continue our journey through the game. Good evening, I hope you're all well, hope you've had a fantastic Thursday. We are back this evening for 2 hours to see what else we can get done on Unity before tomorrow's bigger stream of 3.5 hours tomorrow morning. This is, I would say it's the last evening stream of the week, but I suppose it's not. Saturday evening, if you're not aware, is the subscriber special. You guys get to make all the decisions in Detroit become human. That is Saturday evening, around this time, start time. But tonight, let's focus on Assassin's Creed Unity. We've actually done quite a bit, it feels. I know it says 19%. Isn't very much, is it? We don't know if we're doing Platinum yet. We haven't really contemplated it, mainly because we don't look at that till really near the end. So, not really worried about the optional objectives. We have tried to clear what we can, but I think out of all the Assassin's Creed games I've played so far, this seems to be the hardest. I think we've died more times in this one than any of the other games. We've missed more optional objectives more than any other games, where there's been optional objectives to complete. So, yeah, in my opinion, this so far has been the hardest one. I think the combat is faster flowing, and that is so different to what we've been used to recently. I think that's why I'm struggling to kind of adjust, I suppose. But the actual story itself, I think, is really good. Really enjoying the story. It's just a weird one. I can't seem to adjust that quickly to the style, which is worrying. And unusual, I would say as well. The other thing I do want to talk about quickly is PlayStation Plus. So this morning in the UK, the PlayStation Plus was changed. It's fine. I didn't realize I had an email from the insurance I need to deal with. It's fine. I'll deal with it later. PlayStation Plus, yes, the PlayStation Plus. Let me just check the sound. PlayStation Plus, yes. There we go. I just needed to check the sound was okay. Yeah, I might seem a bit out of sorts, mainly because it is so hot and muggy at the minute. It is horrible. But yeah, it's all really hot and muggy in the UK. So PlayStation Plus has upgraded now, updated. You could say they've merged PlayStation Now and PlayStation Plus together, which is brilliant. We somehow, and I've double checked this several times because I've heard people complaining it hasn't happened to them. Our PlayStation Plus has been upgraded. We paid monthly for PlayStation Now because we wanted to play the Lego games, which is fine. I now have PlayStation Premium without paying an upgrade fee, which is what everyone else seems to have had to do, until April next year. I was always going to go for middle tier anyway, so it didn't make any odds. Premium doesn't change the middle tier aim that we're looking at. What it does mean is we have access to the director's cut of Ghost of Tsushima, Death Stranding, we have Miles Morales, all for free. Although, okay, we paid the subscription, but I paid mine in advance to April next year. So once we do finish the Assassin's Creed franchise, so as we've been talking about, we're going to have a huge list of choice in terms of what we want to play going forward. There's a massive amount of games on there. PS4 and PS5. I don't think I'll need to buy games for a while. I think we've got the trilogy of Arkham as well on there. That's something we've been talking about on and off as well. Spider-Man, Miles Morales, ready for Spider-Man 2. Obviously, there's a couple of games in October I'm looking at. But aside from those, most of what we want, I think we're going to be able to play for free, which is a massive bonus, especially currently in my position. But enough of that. I just want to have a quick chat about it, really. Aside from that, tonight, the plan is, I'm in two minds with tonight. The map itself, we've barely touched it, in terms of there is so much still to see and do. We could continue the main story mission. That is just here. This is sequence 7, memory 1. The cafe mission we're a little bit under-leveled for, so I'd probably hold off. But then I was also thinking, do we do some exploring? There's lots of places we've not been. There's lots of Paris stories to have a look at, and I think that's quite cool. to explore some of these Paris stories, get some of these collectibles out of the way, and just see some different sides of things, really. There is, I'm pretty sure we can buy more cafe places as well. Murder mystery. There's quite a few things we haven't even looked at. So rather than keep the main story going, we're going to basically focus on the main story tomorrow morning. I'm thinking tonight we have a look at all the other stuff. And I know there's stuff to clear here as well. We need to upgrade a lockpick skill a little bit further, I think, for the red chests. Because I think they'll be too high a level for us. But let's start with this Paris stories. Devilishly tricky. Just as something different to have a look at. So far, gameplay-wise, I'm really enjoying it. As I say, combat is a lot quicker than we're used to with Black Flag and Rogue and things like that. Their combat was quite slow. So the ability to counter... Hang on, I defended the person and now you guys want to attack me. How does that work? So I'll just protect the civilians, because that was ridiculous. I don't know why they were attacking me after I helped the civilian, but there we go. I love the way the civilians fight back as well. I think that's really cool. Okay. So, Paris stories, that's what I'm thinking we should have a look at tonight. We've done a few of them when we've done different bits and pieces as we go, but there's still plenty more we can do. So I keep forgetting to press X there when you're running, because that's how he climbs over. Okay. How much health have we got? None. Okay, that's an issue. I've only got one phantom blade. There's no shop nearby. Okay, this could become difficult. We've got no health. I would have rather gone into this with some health, really. But it is what it is. And there's a cockade just up there. Let's see if we can grab that then while we're here. Can we... They're closing the church by the looks of things. I do like the parkour in this as well. I think the parkour's done really well. That like sliding off the roofs, the way he jumps up like he just did. Little things like that I'm really enjoying. Just the extra level of realism, I suppose, in some ways. Right, Paris Stories is just here, so we could be in a little bit of difficulty as we don't have any health on us. But we shall see. The fountain is cursed. So something is going on in this church. Let's find out what he needs for us to do.
There are 3 such fountains. If you drink the water, the devil comes to you and lures you away with promises. One of the fountains is right there.
Okay, we're going to investigate the fountains. Supposedly something happens if you drink the water. Now, do we believe the devil will come and get you if you drink water from the fountain? I'm not so sure. They're telling me the fountains are dangerous. We're going to drink the water to see what it does. Okay.
Come to me. I can give you untold riches, eternal life, everything you desire.
Right, where is the voice?
Yes, this way.
We are being summoned after drinking the water.
Have whatever you wish.
Supposedly he's there. Around the side, or is he up above?
Everything you desire. Just come to me.
He must be up. So yeah, Paris Stories tonight. I think we should try and complete some of these.
I can give you untold riches.
Where is... We can hear the voice after drinking from the first fountain, but I can't see him. I love the little slide.
Eternal life can be yours.
Okay. He's here somewhere.
Eternal life.
Drop down. Don't do that. Let's try not to do that. Can we see anyone?
You will have whatever you wish.
We can have whatever we wish. It's weird, isn't it? Someone talking to you, we don't know who they are, where they are.
Everything you desire, just come to me.
Okay, not too sure where they are.
Come. You will find peace at last.
Okay, he's down here somewhere. I am ready to counter. That was the guy trying to kill us. Well, that's one person taken care of. Wow, that was a bit out of the blue. Smoke bomb, and then we acquired a note. The drug will induce hallucinations. The victim will arrive at the ambush in a weakened state. Strike immediately. So, I don't think the fountains are really bringing the devil forward. They're obviously being poisoned to try and lure unsuspecting people into an ambush. They obviously didn't count on an assassin doing the actual drinking. Okay. Can we climb up? I know where I need to get to. Let's try and get out of the grounds of the church. This way, I think. There's 2 more fountains to investigate. I'm assuming then we're going to hear a voice a second time. Follow that voice as well. And have to work out where the person is and obviously defend ourselves to the best of our ability. They're not going to be suspecting an assassin, I assume. As hence how the last one went in our favour.
Get over here! I'll gut you along with... Stop! I want to talk to you! Oh. Bloody royalists!
I waited for him to attack just to give me the best counter. Right, I'm hoping some of these give us some health from the loot, because we're desperately short of health currently. But as I said at the start, I think we'll continue Paris stories this evening, and tomorrow morning's stream we'll be back on the mission's main story. If we are high enough level to do this, we'll have a look during the chest. It is a level 2, which is our level. That's 1 done. And 2. I can't believe I got that first time. That's not normally the case. We're actually not doing too badly for money now. The reason I'm trying not to spend it a little bit is I kind of think I want to save it up. Right, we need a drink from this fountain and find the voice. As I'm assuming it's going to happen again. Oh, it's a woman this time. Okay. We will defend ourselves. We're going to have to be quite quick to defend ourselves, to be fair. I'm waiting for the smoke bomb to go off. It's behind that wall, isn't it? Yeah. Told you. I attacked first. And I think that kind of works in our favour. There are some enemies nearby to be aware of. Oh, there's 3 devils to kill. Okay, there's 3 devils. One's there. So the first one only had 1 devil. The second one had 2. And we have another note. What will this note say? The drug will induce hallucinations. The victim will arrive at the ambush site in a weakened state. Currently, that hasn't quite been true, has it now? We've managed to do quite well at these ambush sites, I must admit. Oh, it's criminals again. They're criminals, aren't they? That wasn't the guy I wanted to kill. I was trying to kill the other one. People are fighting back as well for me. I must admit, I really like the fact the crowd does help. The citizens do help defend you when you're helping them. Which is all we're doing. We're defending the civilian who is being robbed, to be fair. I didn't mean to actually kill this guy.
Someone get hurt?
Right, we've got 1 more fountain to do, but before we do that, I do need health. And there is a shop just here. Or around here. So if we can find the shop, I can actually get some provisions back. And that'll make our life a little bit easier. Where is the shop guy? Not there. No? I thought it'd be one of those guys. Doesn't seem to be. Okay, maybe I can't buy from the shop during the mission. That might be the case. I don't know, still not picked any health up. Okay, we have to be a bit careful this last one then. Because obviously we can't heal. So one more fountain to go and drink him. Hopefully we can defend ourselves well enough within this one as well that we don't get caught unawares. We've just got to find a way in. Interesting side story though. Put a drug, hallucinogenic, inside the water fountains and try and dupe unsuspecting civilians into a trap. Try and, I just assume, steal money off them would be my assumption. Alright, this is the fountain. Is this the fountain? No. Must be a second fountain. It's not down there. That's a fountain though. That's not the fountain. Ah, it's over there. There we go. Take the shortcut. Over the wall. Okay. Let's drink out of this fountain and see where the voice is going to take us this time. We obviously know what's going to happen now. 2 out of 2 we've had people ambush us. So we know what's going to happen.
Untold riches, eternal life can be yours.
Eternal life. Would you fall for that? I can understand. You know, a lot of these people aren't exactly well off. I get that. Do you reckon you'd fall for that? I could have assassinated them, to be fair. Trying to keep my eye on what we're doing. Okay, he's literally just here. But we're ready to defend ourselves. It's here somewhere. Is it? It's below us, isn't it? Okay. We know we're about to be ambushed. There we go. Two down, one to go. They obviously didn't expect an assassin to be drinking from their fountains, did they? And that is Paris story complete. Devilishly tricky. They definitely weren't expecting an assassin to be drinking from their fountains. And I'm assuming they were expecting someone who couldn't defend themselves. But we can, and did. So that is that first one complete of the evening. That's a decent amount of money from that as well, which I'm really happy with. We do need to buy consumables. We are low on a lot of things. Mainly health potions. So we do need to go and have a look at those. Thanks for the like, much appreciated. There was a third body. So I just remember there was a third body. I'm trying to loot so it saves us money when we do buy consumables. Now, is there a red chest in this underground area? And if there is, can we access it? No. It's up top. It's above us then, isn't it? It's always worth checking while we're here. Okay, so let's get back up. We'll head for another Paris story. As I say, I think tonight we focus on Paris stories. Main quest, we're back on again tomorrow morning. Just breaks things up a little bit and gives us a chance to complete some of these side things. We've barely explored Paris really. We've focused so much on the story. Okay, where is this chest? Is there one upstairs? No. Oh. I thought I'd see the chest by now, but it doesn't seem to be here. Unless I've missed it. It's there, isn't it? But it's not there. Okay. Well, we'll come back and search for the chest. We may be a little too lower level anyway when it comes to the chest. A lot of the red chests tend to be free stars. 3 lockpick level. We're only level 2 lockpick currently. Okay. On the way to the next Paris stories, we'll have a look at this cockade that's just here. If we can grab it whilst we're here, we will. It's open now. This was locked. Oh, no, it is still locked. I did wonder. There's a lot of people that need dealing with when you're helping the civilians, isn't there? Constantly finding civilians that need help.
Where's my goddamn money, Michelle?
I don't know.
You sure?
You've got the wrong man.
Drop down.
On my life. I don't.
Obviously, we get rewards for helping civilians, so that's why we're doing it. Kill the criminals, you get rewards. Unfortunately, we couldn't save him before they actually killed him, but we got revenge for him at least. A little bit of money. You don't get a massive amount of money from people. I'm hoping for help. They're not seeming to give it at this point. Right, there is a cockade down here. Trying to grab that. There we go. Oh, we did gain medicine that time. Now we've used it. That's medicine got it. It doesn't last long, does it? Okay, so next Paris story is here. The Cult of Baphomet. Baphomet? We're going to head for the shop first. Obviously, we do need to replace our consumables as quickly as possible. I was a bit unsure about that Paris story just because of the lack of consumables, but we did okay. So we'll grab this one. I think this is the shop I tried to do a minute ago, but because I was in the middle of that story mission, that Paris story, it wouldn't allow us to buy anything. Is he inside the... He's inside this building, the guy I want to speak to for the shop. I don't want to do the co-op. Where is the guy selling goods? If I'm being really blind, I don't understand why I can't see the guy selling stuff. No? Is he above us? Oh, he is upstairs. Oh wow, I didn't know there was an upstairs of the shop. Okay, that's different. Upstairs is here. I kept looking in and around the pub thinking he must be here. No, he's actually upstairs. Enterprising individual. There's the multiplayer. We've already said we're going to do that with other people another time. Because a lot of subscribers have said they wanted to try and do some of the multiplayer trophies. So we'll end up doing that once we finish the main story and stuff. And when people are free to do so. We have got a decent amount of money now. We are going to spend it all. We're going to replace all our consumables. As currently we need to. So that's that done. Consumables seem to be the big thing we spend a lot of money on. Constantly. I'm still umming and ahhing about replacing Arno's dueling pistol. Still, I don't know, I'm unsure. I think we're going to need to. For the higher levels, but I'm unsure. I kind of want to stick to Arno's stuff, where possible. I know we're not currently wearing his current stuff. Okay, story mission I think was here, wasn't it? As well. The food chain's not the one I want to do. It's this one over here. This is... Or this should be... It's that guy. I don't want to... It's because there's a card mission upstairs. This mission's been very difficult to activate. There we go. The Cult of Baphomet. Don't get much money from this one. Let's have a look.
If you wish to join the Cult of Baphomet, you must steal 2 holy chalices from the Cathedral of Notre Dame and bring them to me.
Okay, we've got to find the chalices in Notre Dame. That's the mission. It doesn't give us much money. I'm not sure I'd want to be part of their cult, really, to be fair. Baphomet is an occult figure of worship, usually depicted with the head of a goat featuring large horns and sometimes with wings. Good evening, gaming. How are you? Thanks for the like, that was much appreciated. That would really annoy me. Either put my wings in your picture or don't. Don't just sometimes give me wings. What about my wings is forgettable to you? I've got wings, for goodness sake. You always do the goat's head, don't you? Well, give me my bloody wings then. Transcripts of the trials of the Knights Templar seem to indicate that Baphomet may have been worshipped among them, although that is inconclusive. It's possible that the Knights Templar brought these beliefs back with them from their journeys during the Crusades. Okay, Baphomet, cult. Basically. You got premium today. When does it run out? Did you have to pay extra for it? Because I got premium today as well. I was saying this at the start of the stream, so I had PlayStation Plus until April next year because I paid extra to have a year's worth when I got the PS5. So I've got it until April next year. And then I paid monthly, $8.99 a month for PlayStation Now. And I got upgraded premium until April next year with no extra cost. You just got it for a month. So after the month runs out, you've lost Mars Morales, haven't you? Yeah, I seem to have got a really good deal. So I got. So I'm trying to look what I'm doing as well. I got premium for free, whereas a lot of people I've been speaking to got to pay extra to upgrade, whereas I got it for free until April next year. Well, it's £120, isn't it? Is it 120, £100 for a year? So it's double the price of what PlayStation Plus was anyway. But you do get more stuff with it. I kind of think there's a few people complaining about the price and stuff, whereas I think it's actually a decent price for what you get. It's £100. Yeah, it's a lot of money, admittedly, but there will be a monthly option though. I'm sure there'll be a monthly option where you probably could pay monthly. But you are getting a massive catalogue of games. As I say, there's lots of people complaining about it. But actually, I think it's a really good deal for what you get, personally. It suits me really well. Especially considering mine basically cost me nothing to upgrade. I kind of expected it because I'd read the small print and stuff. So that was kind of what I was expecting. But I wasn't sure, especially when some of the people I'd spoken to had got different. Right, I'm struggling to get upstairs. We need to find a way up. That's the way I came in. We've got to get into Notre Dame to find these chalices. And I can't seem to find my way up. Or way in, really. I found the stairs just then, but we couldn't actually get in. And now we're back outside again, aren't we? By the church. Okay, so we need to find a different way in. I thought I'd found one, and obviously not quite. Because we have to get inside Notre Dame to get these chalices. We definitely should have been able to get it. For some reason, we can't use the same access point we used in the mission. It doesn't. The door upstairs doesn't seem to be open, so we can't actually use it as an access. Is there a window or something up there, maybe? I wonder. Let's see if there's a window open up top. You're working on an Assassin's Creed Unity and Mars Morales for Platinum. I must admit, and I was saying this earlier, I think... Oh, it's a lockpick one. We can actually break the lock. We can pick the lock here to get in. So we're level 1. And now we're level 2. That's nice and easy. First time I've ever said that for one of the lockpicks. Yeah, Unity, I was saying at the start, we've died more times in Unity than we have any other Assassin's Creed game. I kind of think it's harder than the others. Its combat's a lot quicker. It's taken me a little while to get used to it, I think, in a lot of ways. On top of that, though, as well, I'm also finding it's trickier, control-wise. So we're missing a few of the optional objectives, more than we normally would, which is worrying me. I'm not sure if you're going for Platinum. Again, we don't look at trophies until near the end anyway, so we'll figure that out closer to the time. Thinking, I'm going to take these both out, aren't I? We'll look for chalices in here. Okay, one chalice is there. Okay, I think I'm going to take both. I've got double assassination now, so we can do both this easily. I take both guys out in one, I think. Thanks for the like, all those much appreciated. Mars Morales is simple, you just have to do everything. Unity, I don't really know how to do everything. No, I like I said, we don't look at trophies, do we, till near the end anyway, so I haven't really thought about it. Double or single? Single. That wasn't what I wanted to do. We have avoided alarms, though. Okay, that's one chalice. But that's why I thought tonight would be quite nice to do some of the Paris stories and just get those done. Since we focus quite a lot on main story during the main things. Can I get this without being seen? I got it. No one saw me. I'm out. I'm gone. Good evening, Kathy. How are you? I'm not too bad, thank you. Not too bad at all. Yeah, we focus a lot on main story, whereas tonight I think we're going to do some Paris stories and try and get it round that way. Just to break it up a bit. And that way also, we're not just running through the story and doing nothing else. I think that's the danger, isn't it? Right, we need to find a way out before we get seen. ideally. This was the floor I've not been able to go down. So it won't activate now. Since we did the quest, it actually won't activate. I'm pretty sure that's a Nostradamus puzzle there. But I don't think I've got the puzzle yet, so it doesn't work for us. I'm assuming I can just go out the way I came in. Which, to do that, I need to go back in here. And use this to go up. There we go. What happened there? That was a really weird eyesight kind of thing there. Okay, I think we're good. I think we can climb out the window now. I think the chest is actually underground, so I'm not too worried. This is the window we unlocked. Climb down. We can go and speak to the Baphomet recruiter. Hand him the 2 chalices we've stolen from the Notre Dame, as he requested. Job done. Soldiers won't bother us. It's the red soldiers that tend to fight you easily. A thief here though, we will tackle him. I do like catching these thieves. That's 9 of 15. We have done the 10 one already. Right, so the person we're going to talk to, I'll be aware here. I don't want to be too close to being seen by the guards here, just to be a pain to get seen. You have your stream playing back. Yeah, no worries. I'm looking forward to playing Miles Morales. I kind of feel that I can't do it until we've done Spider-Man on stream. Thanks for the like, for those, much appreciated. I kind of feel we have to do Spider-Man on stream before we can do Miles Morales. I'm just impressed I've got it for free. But not just that. Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut for free as part of the PlayStation Premium. Death Stranding. There's quite a lot of games on there, which I'm really impressed by the amount of PlayStation 5 games on offer as part of the new subscription service. I know there's people complaining about the lack of trophy support on some games and some of the lack of PlayStation 2 games and PlayStation 3 games, that kind of thing. I get that, and if you're paying premium for the classics, I understand that's going to be an issue. For me, I wasn't even that worried about them. I was more thinking about games that I've just not had a chance to play myself. So because of that, I'm not too worried about that kind of stuff. But I'm happy there's going to be a lot of games on there that we're not going to have to pay for, that we can play through on stream. That's the important thing for me. Right, let's speak to the guy who gave us this mission.
Well done. You are now a follower of Baphomet. Come to our ritual. The password is the Father of Understanding.
Right, we know what the password is to their cult. The Father of Understanding. I'm assuming we might need that later on. But that is the Cult of Baphomet Paris story done. 2 done pretty quickly, I would have said as well, really. Good evening, Wally. How are you? Apologies if I said that completely wrong. Just the way it looks to me, that's the way you kind of say it. Let me know if I have said that wrong. I do apologise if I have. Okay, where should we head next? We're focusing on Paris stories tonight. We've done quite a lot of the main story. So I just thought Paris stories would make a nice change of pace. We can have a look. I'll look at locked chests and stuff on the way. We've got Nostradamus puzzles actually we could solve as well. There's a few of those we still got to do. There's an artifact there. What we got over here? It's a companion mission. Oh, that might be quite cool. Let's do a companion mission. We'll have a look at the red chest first, and on the way, and we'll head towards that companion mission. I think we've done 1 up to now, and that's it. So it'd be quite nice to get a few of those done as well. Just need to find where this red chest is. We may not be a high enough level to do it. It's always worth a check when we're nearby, though. Stop looking at me, soldiers. So way to the back through the building? No. Okay. Can't quite get through. Open window? No. Okay. I'll have to just climb over, I think. Can't go through. Go over. Oh, I said it perfect. Oh, that's all right then. That's a relief. I always get worried whenever someone comes in the stream and I see a name and it's like, if I say this badly, I'm going to look so silly. Oh, okay. Red chest, few enemy. Let's see if we can play this to perfection as well. I say perfection. We've unlocked double assassination. We've yet to do it as of yet, so I would like to do a double. We can. Oh, that is a double. Nice. That's the first one we've done since we unlocked double assassination, to be fair. I don't think we've used any consumables now, up to this point, since we bought all of them. We've replaced them all, so we'll just loot them for the money. So it is handy to keep making sure we have a steady income. There's no guarantee we can unlock this red chest. It may be a level 3 lockpick. So we may have to come back. We're currently at level 2, and it's a 2 as well. Let's have a look then. See if we can undo this lockpick. Some of these have been okay. Some have been pretty tricky. That's not too bad. And 2 as well. I've struggled a few times on some of these lockpicks. That one, though, wasn't that bad. 1,000 francs. I was calling it florins at the start when we first started this. Okay, we're heading towards this companion mission. So let's head straight there, I think, from here. I'm on PS5, but in the title it's PS5/PS4 because this game's a PS4 game. If you want to stream, you just press on PS4 because I used to stream on PS4 before I had the 5. You just press the what's it? I don't remember what it's called in the PlayStation 4 controller. Not options, the other button. Share. That's the button I was after. If you press share, and as long as you've put your YouTube or your Twitch channel linked to your PlayStation, then it will share straight to that, and you can stream directly onto YouTube or Twitch. The other stuff like the thumbnails and that, you can't do on the console. I do it on my laptop, have it open during the stream so I can read chat, change description, that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's pretty easy to do. Sony do make it really easy to stream directly. Grab this criminal quickly if we can. There we go, another criminal tackled to the floor. I do enjoy catching the criminals. Leave them, the civilians are fighting back, I'm not too worried about them. They'll survive. Yeah, it's pretty simple and pretty easy to do, to be fair. You just got to link your channel to your PlayStation and then press share and away you go. Okay, this is a companion mission. So this is something we haven't done. We've done one of these previously. Guns of Notre Dame. We've got to kill the target. That's all we get. That's the only information we get is kill the target. So we've got to get close to him and assassinate. It's pretty much the same last time, to be fair. I was hoping for more information, but we don't get it. And obviously I'll try and use height as much as possible. Until we can't. Okay, where is this guy? Okay, we have him in our sights, I believe, if we can get over here. There he is. And he is assassinated. Objective complete. Guns of Notre Dame, memory complete. They're quite simple missions, to be fair, companion missions, they seem to be. It is literally assassinate a target, job done. We have now upgraded our rank, we're now an advanced soldier. What's the red house? Scare the bullies. How do I scare bullies? Can I go fists? No, I can't. I don't want to kill them. Draw a weapon. I'm trying to scare bullies. I'm being attacked now. That wasn't the intention. I was trying to scare the bullies off. Oh, he packs a punch, this guy. Nice counter in the end. I think that counter saved us there, really. He's still packing a punch, though. Nice headbutt by Arno. That didn't go as expected. I was just trying to scare the bullies as it wanted us to. And it kind of went badly wrong. Main story sequence, we are currently... Sequence 7, I believe. So this is our 4th stream. And we've kind of run quite quickly through the main story. Because it's been our primary focus. So we are... We'll go back to main story tomorrow morning, which is Sequence 7, Memory 1. There's still lots of Paris we've not seen. In fact, there's lots of Paris we've still not seen. I'm kind of hoping the main story slows down a little bit. We did this with Rogue. The main story finished really quickly, and then you kind of get stuck because there's still loads of stuff to look at. And it kind of gets a bit annoying when it's that way inclined. So this is a social club. Now, I forgot about this until I was reminded in a message the other day from someone who said, have you renovated any social clubs yet? And I'd completely forgotten about this aspect of the game. So you can actually buy social clubs, like this one, and you can renovate them, which also gives you income. But on top of that, it's also good for having extra missions. They give you missions for these social clubs. So we'll buy this one. We're going to buy the Café de l'Île de la Site. I'm assuming that's nowhere near correct. To scare the bullies, you pull your sword out. That's why the option was there then. I think it's because the other enemies came past the orange guys, and I stabbed one of those instead of just pulling the sword out, I think, because he was right next to me. Trophy achieved, networking. Again, we don't look at fully at trophies until we finish the story. So I'm assuming in there, we've got 2 contracts we can have a look at as well. There is a chest over there, but what I was going to go for. Let's have a quick look at the contracts. No clue what we're going to need to do for these. So you've got a database entry as well now to have a look at. Yeah, I think that's why that went wrong a little bit more than anything else. Okay. The Malaise. On April the 20th, 1792, the Assembly declared war on the King of Bohemia and Hungary. The homeland was in danger and had to be defended at any cost. A few days later, at the request of the Mayor of Strasbourg, a young officer, Rouget de Lisle, I recognise that name and I don't know why, sang a rather violent song which he had composed for the Army of the Rhine. Allons enfants de la patrie, le jour de gloire est arrive. I don't know why I'm trying to pronounce it properly in French. I can't speak French. Contre nous de la tyrannie, l'attendad sangla es livre. My French is horrendous, I know. Attendez-vous dans la campagne, mugir ces ferocious soldats. Yeah, I'm going to have to stop pronouncing that in French because I can actually read it better than I can say it, to be fair. And actually, underneath, it actually has it in English. Why am I trying to read it in French? But if you go further down, it actually has it in English. That was an horrendous pronunciation. Arise, children of the fatherland, the day of glory has arrived. Against us tyranny raises its bloody barrier. Do you hear in the countryside the roar of these ferocious soldiers? They're coming right on into your arms to cut the throats of your sons and women. To arms, citizens, form your battalions. Let us march, let us march. Then in pure blood water our furrows. The music is said to be inspired from the Mozart concerto. In fact, the song was not made popular by the Army of the Rhine, by the volunteers from Marseille, who would take up the song, gradually transform it into an anthem. La Marseillaise became the rallying call to the French Revolution and embodied the values it sought to spread along with its conquests. That's quite cool. We're not going to be in a club. I've got no interest in being in a club. I was only coming in to see what missions we unlocked. So I'm assuming we access these upstairs. It's another place to change your loadout and stuff, I suppose, as well. So this one is Bridge Brigands, 500 francs. Assassinate the 4 captains, exacting tolls at the bridges leading to here. A band of thugs are extorting common citizens by charging a payment simply to cross a bridge. Eliminate their captains on each bridge. There we go. We know what we need to do. If we can grab a few chests along the way, that will be a bonus. Now there is a chest down here. We'll try and grab that before we go too far. I believe it's above us. So, I know there's stairs we could probably just walk up, but we're an assassin. Windows are part of being an assassin, aren't they, really? Okay, there should be a chest. Maybe... So another floor? Yes. Try out further upstairs. You can hear it. It is there. Let's have a look. I don't know. Oh, it's just an empty chest. We don't have to unlock it. Perfect. Nice little chest gained. Okay, so the first bridge is just over here. One is down here, actually. We'll do that one last, because in theory we can do the Paris stories after completing the bridge. That's my thinking. We're going to head to this one first, clear that one, and then we can actually move on to the next Paris stories along the same kind of way. I think that kind of makes sense to try and keep things flowing as best as possible. I'm on PS5, lols. Good evening, how are you? But I've not checked the options. I always just play it on wherever it starts as. It's an offline game, so it shouldn't be laggy, to be fair. If you're playing it online, then that isn't a graphical issue generally. You're playing it 2-player. If it's laggy though, that's an internet issue, not a graphical issue generally. Let's have a look on the actual options. I've not checked options for anything really, because I never do. I just play it as standard. There isn't actually any, other than brightness, doesn't seem to be any real options. The only really way to fix it, I suppose, if you're lagging when you're playing on the online side, is check the person you're playing with, their internet connection, your internet connection. Generally, if you're laggy, are you playing wired or wirelessly? Wireless is obviously less stable, so could make it laggy. If it's wired and it's still laggy, it could just be a low connection. There's so many different reasons for lag. Yeah, use an Ethernet cable. If, like I say, if it's wireless, that could be your issue. That's the thing. So it all depends on how you're connected to the internet. But you can go into your PlayStation settings and check your internet settings and see how stable they are. And obviously, if that's really bad, that's an issue. So this is the point of change. This bridge owes its name to the goldsmiths and money changers whose stalls line the length of the bridge, effectively turning it into a gold district. Money changers played an important role at the time given the diversity of currencies and the likelihood of having clipped coins which were no longer worth their original weight. Not too sure what clipped coins is, to be fair. But that was done on this bridge. If you turn your internet off, you can't play online. You can obviously play the game offline, as we are. But if you want to play online, you need the internet, so you can't turn it off. If you do turn it off, you just can't play it online. Right, we need to kill the captains. Find the thug captains on the bridges. They're going to be here.
We control all the bridges. You've got no choice.
These guys.
Oh, no, you don't. Pay up.
Now, I can do a double assassination. So let's try and do that from behind here. That's 2 down.
Bloody counter-rebel.
Okay, that's not too bad. Why is that? Who's that guy shooting at? If he comes after us...
Too slow.
Yeah, you're not going to want to come after us. We didn't kill you or your men. There's no need to come after us. I could have left him. Did we get the... We didn't get the captain, did we? The captain has run away. Okay, I thought we'd actually killed the captain. We haven't.
Excuse me.
That's the captain. Right, let's go and help the civilian as well, although I think we'll just let him die. Okay. That civilian helped as well. 2 birds, 1 stone and all that. Hello, Icon, how are you? What's your opinion on Assassin's Creed Syndicate? I played Syndicate when it first released, many, many moons ago. And I enjoyed it. We are due to go to it once we finish Unity, which is what we're doing now. So we are going to go back to... We're playing our way through the franchise, although we've done them in slightly different order. But Syndicate's our last game to go to. But when it first released, I enjoyed it, actually. I know it gets a little bit of hate from people. I know a few people didn't enjoy it. They didn't like the way it was set. The 2 different characters. There was a few things people didn't like about it. Personally, I didn't mind it. Unity's a 3 out of 10. I'm enjoying Unity. I think it seems to be... I don't really give too many opinions till we actually finish it, but I would say it's one of the harder ones. Out of all the others we've done every game bar this and Syndicate on stream currently. We've platinumed the majority, but we've played all the other ones. I think map-wise, Unity I think is incredible. And back when it came out, it was so incredible because it hadn't been done to the scale it was done before. Now it is still impressive. Combat is harder, I feel, than some of the older games. Story's pretty good. There's a few things that are bugbears, but yeah, I don't rate games until we finish them. I want to see everything a game has to offer, and then I'll think about what we think of it. I don't really kind of give too many opinions whilst doing it because I think that's an unfair representation. But yeah, Unity, when it first released, though, was hated because of how buggy it was. Thanks for the like, it was much appreciated. It was really buggy when Unity first released, and a lot of people hated on it. It was reviewed really badly because of the bugs. No worries, Icon. I hope that helps. But enjoy it. That's the main thing. But yeah, so I think when it released, it wasn't favoured at all. Now a lot of the bugs have been fixed. I don't think we've seen a single bug yet. So I think that's helped a lot. That's what makes a difference. Right, this is the Grand Chalet. Again, pronunciation of French isn't brilliant. Marked by an imposingly tall square tower, this prison was once a fortress. Located in the heart of the city at the Place de Grève, enjoyed a particularly sinister reputation. This was yet another construction by the indefatigable Louis the... Roman numerals as well is really annoying me. I used to know all my Roman numerals, and since we started Unity, I can't remember any of them. VI is 6, so Louis VI, the Fat. We've heard his name before, and we have met him in Paris in Valhalla. Louis the Fat was in Assassin's Creed Valhalla as well. Who wanted to defend the Grand Pont Bridge since replaced by the Pont au Change, set in the middle of what was a particularly squalid district. Served as the headquarters of the Prévôt de Paris, or Provost Marshal, who essentially ruled over the city, along with his lieutenants and his 48 advisors. Justice was dealt out swiftly within its walls. Whereas the Bastille was demolished in just a few friends of weeks, the Grand Châtelet was put to fresh use by the Reign of Terror, housing prisoners that would fall victim during the September massacres. Finally, the prison itself fell to Napoleon, who wanted it razed. Sean's contribution, that's a small man complex for you, constantly wanting to bring things down to their level. Sean's brilliant. Among its illustrious occupants were Francois Villain, Clement Moret, Poisoner Antoine Francois de Ruse, no idea, and the Marquis de Favros, I've heard that name, in 1790 before being hanged. It engendered the word morgue in French, which in the 15th century meant face, and its verbal form to stare at. The Châtelet's jailers stared at their victims, no doubt with contempt, so that they would be able to identify them in case they escaped. The word morgue came to be used to designate the cells. It also sounds an awful lot like my days in the British public school system, just with less random violence. Sean putting his usual little panache on things. Do you have a 5G Wi-Fi? I've never go on Wi-Fi because it's too unstable. I always do. It's always a wired Ethernet connection. I only ever stream on Ethernet and play on Ethernet. Yeah, I would never try and play Wi-Fi based. To be honest, you loved the idea of open world games, and because I just tried Syndicate, I love the adrenaline. Syndicate does give you that experience. A lot of Assassin's Creed games give you that experience, to be fair. And nowadays, there's lots of open world games out there, isn't there? In your opinion, Unity and Syndicate are amazing open world games. Yeah, but then you could add to them. You know, we've just finished Rogue. The story for Rogue is very short. There is a lot to do away from the story. And that's quite open. Black Flag is really open as well. Assassin's Creed 3 is pretty good and pretty open. So it depends what you want. If you want a really good story, there are some, like Rogue we've just finished, although we've got to go back and finish off a few extra bits, like the trophies needed for Platinum, which we'll do once we do it. I'm going to clear the map and then we'll go back and do some of the fun trophies, like the legendary ships and stuff. But the story for that's really small. So if you want a short story, Rogue is a good one. If you want something longer, then Assassin's Creed 3 is pretty good, to be fair. Do you know if you have to complete the story to free roam? No, you don't. I don't think you're that restricted at all, really, to be fair. Let me just deal with this criminal. Criminal's down. Yeah, I don't think you're that restricted. I'm pretty sure, like most Assassin's Creed games, you can go explore when you want to explore. The only thing with that, obviously, is there will be some things locked behind it, so some weapons you might not be able to have straight away and stuff like that. It's generally how they do it. Most of the games allow you to free roam quite quickly. In your opinion, Black Flag was the best Assassin's Creed? A lot of people do think that, to be fair. A lot of people believe Black Flag was the best, and we've recently finished it. And I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed being on the sea. Again, I'm not saying it's the best, I'm not saying it's the worst, mainly because I won't say that. I might have to fight all of you guys. Yep, that's the answer to that. Okay, we need to get better at this parry system very quickly. Right, that's the guy we need to kill just there as well. Try to dodge it. Okay. Don't reload at the wrong time. This is what makes this Assassin's Creed more difficult than a lot of the others, I think, is the fighting. The fighting's a lot faster paced, I find. Trying to dodge out the way of him firing a shot on me, to be fair. So yeah, I find the combat on this a lot quicker paced, and because of that, a lot more difficult. Trying to roll out the way of him shooting me. Nice counter there. I was trying to use the Phantom Blades, but I just couldn't get it quick enough. Because you've got to reload first. Come on, I want to... There you go, there's a Phantom Blade fight, finally. These guys are defending well, I'll give you that. Okay, you know what we need to do? These guys are pretty good with these weapons, aren't they? Let's keep rolling back a minute. There we go. Let's do it our way. Right, civilians are coming to attack as well now. Trying to counter these guys is tricky. I haven't got time to reload, that's the problem. Have I killed the guy we needed to kill? There was a guy we needed to kill. I'm not sure if we killed him. We may have done. It says escape the area. So maybe we did. Not sure. We need to become anonymous. Did we do it? Yes, we did. Okay, I didn't realise we'd actually killed the guy we needed to kill. Alright, let's reload our Phantom Blade for a start. That gives us something. We do need some help again if we can. The next bridge is just ahead of us here. I didn't know we'd done the actual guy, to be fair. So we need to be a bit more careful with this one. Do you know you... Oh no, did I say a different name at some point, Wally? Do you know have to on Syndicate? No. No, you should be fine. Do you have any tips? Like I say, I played it when it first released. I've not played it in many, many years. It's the next game for us to play. So I will be doing it, but no, not yet. And because of that, I don't really have any tips. I don't remember a lot about the early games, which is why I'm enjoying going back through. Quite blind in a lot of ways. Okay, deal with him as well. I think that's that bridge done. We can go again. We do need to become anonymous. There is a shop nearby, I'm pretty sure, as well. But that's the third bridge captain down. Where's the shop? Okay, shop's just coming up here on our left as we run past it. We'll do the shop. Buy everything back again, consumable-wise, because we need it. And then we will go and get the fourth captain on the fourth bridge. And I think after that's done, for the cafe we renovated, we should be able to do Paris Stories, which is also on that bridge. How much is this going to cost me for consumables? Not too bad, actually, this time. And obviously I do need to use health. We lost a little bit there. There we go. Speak to him again. I can just buy one health potion now. There we go. Good evening, Hyder. How are you? It's me. Dog? Is it? I'm trying to think who it would be. You're going to have to tell me what your normal name is, because I will not... I will not click otherwise. I'm really bad with names and stuff like that. There is an artifact here, actually. What's this? Oh, training. Okay, we're not worried about training at this. That's a Helix Rift. We do need to do those. Let's continue on with this quest where we've got to take down the captains. I have reloaded the Phantom Blade, so we should be good to use it. What we should really do, actually, while we're here. Reload the gun. I always forget to reload them, and I forget they take ages to reload. I've got Berserk Phantom Blades. That's what we should have been using on the bridges, the Berserk Blades. On the bridges, they're going to be really good. I'll have to try that on this one, I think. Okay, bridges here. Obviously, we're trying to use height to our advantage first and see if we can spot the guy we need to deal with. Once this is done, we'll go and do the Paris story mission anyway. Because we're focusing on side quests and Paris stories today. That's the guy we need to kill. Let's go and find out a way of getting to him. We'll try and do this as a proper assassin. And not, you know, open warfare as we have done a few of the others. You going live on PlayStation 4? Nice. PlayStation with Unity. Cool. That's all right. People stream and they don't talk. It's not a problem. A lot of people don't talk on their streams. As long as you enjoy what you're playing and you interact with your audience via text, nothing wrong with that at all. You need help now? Maybe come back another day. No worries, Icon. I'm glad I could help. That's always the main thing, helping other people, so I'm glad I could help. But thank you for stopping by, much appreciated. No worries, Hyder. We'll see you in soon. Call you Wally. Oh, sorry, you're Wally. Right, another account. That makes sense. I just didn't click at the time. Because I've got another subscriber who changes his accounts quite a bit. And I thought it may have been him. We're going to get seen by everyone. So you know I said we'll do this as a proper assassin and not get seen. Didn't last very long. Although, to be fair, I don't think these soldiers are going to stand much of a chance. Right, we just need to escape the area now, and then we'll come back to do Paris story mission. Because we should be safe. Four out of 4 done. There we go. That is the social club mission. Bridge Brigand's done. So that will help with our new social club that we brought. Now, there is a Paris story mission, which we'll go and do while we're here. This is why we aim for this bridge to be last. You're here saying, but are you saying the bye to Icon? Sorry. It gets confusing sometimes. But yeah, this is why we did this bridge last, because it gave us access to this one. And this is a Paris story, Tall Dark Strangers. I think the lights has gone up again. I sometimes I lose track of where we're at. But if it has, thank you very much for the like, that was much appreciated. Right. Tall Dark Strangers, let's see what it needs us to do. Let Mille Lenormand's psychic powers guide you to her attackers. Okay, we're going to let psychic guide us to her attackers. Someone attacked her by the sounds of it. Let's see.
I read the tarot for powerful friends.
Thanks for the like, was much appreciated.
Some believe I influence those friends, and they wish me harm. I have seen my enemies in a dream. Come with me, and I will sense their presence.
Okay. So we can actually read about her. So she must have been someone quite famous back at this time period to actually have some information about her. It's unusual. So Mary Ann Adelaide Lenormand, born May 27th, 1772, in Alarcon. Again, pronunciation apologies. I know it's not brilliant. Received a conventional education from that city's Benedictine nuns. It was there that, to her great surprise, she discovered psychic abilities that would allow her to pursue the practice of divination. With the revolution, she moved to Paris and set up the fortune-telling enterprise. It is said that this is where she met 3 key figures of the revolution, namely Marat, Robespierre and Saint Just, all of whom she predicted a violent death. And Sean's contribution: to be fair, it was a pretty violent time. Lots of people were meeting violent ends. If this psychic had predicted their deaths would all take place on a little yellow barge called Colin, or by inadvertently impaling themselves on a series of stale baguettes, then I'd be impressed. Her activity made her suspicious in the eyes of the Committee of Public Safety, whereupon she was sent to prison in 1794, where she met and befriended Josephine de Beauharnais. She escaped the guillotine and during the Directory and Empire periods managed to set up a new necromancy establishment in the Faubourg Saint-Germain, where the elite made haste to hear her predictions. She is also believed to have met Napoleon, but this did not stop the Emperor having her arrested in 1803 and again in 1809 for treason. She believed herself to be nearly immortal and predicted a very long life for herself. Nonetheless, she died in 1843. She predicted a long life. To be fair, 43 to 72, that's quite a long life for someone in this time period. What's that, 70? Yeah, 75. That's quite a long time in this time period, to be honest. Right, we've got to follow her to her attackers. We're not really following her psychically, though, are we? If she's actually walking ahead of us. If she was showing us the way psychically, surely we'd just know where to go. She'd just go around telling people they have long to live.
Citizen, I sense that your husband is having an affair.
I beg your pardon?
In my dream, one of the murderers was from the country. Yes, a farmer.
She's telling people their husbands are having affairs. No wonder she was attacked.
Dangerous.
Going to some random people and saying different things are happening.
Yes, he is somewhere nearby. I am sure of it. That's him.
Who? Right, that's the person who attacked her. We obviously need to kill him. As you do for these random people. I was going to do it discreetly, but that kind of went wrong.
That's not good.
He's down. Right, we killed the farmer. I'm not entirely sure the farm was at fault, but we've done her bidding for her. Can I grab the chest while we're here? Yeah, I definitely don't think the farmer was at fault, but we had to do as she asked, I suppose. Right, where are we going now? More criminals causing problems. Bear with me a second. Le Monde, I will come back to you in a second. Let's just deal with these criminals. They're dealt with. Got to deal with the citizen events every time they appear. They've all got swords, but they weren't defending the lady. How does that work? Oh, you're gonna make me kill a soldier, aren't you? Yeah, she's gonna make me. It's raining. Okay, we've now. I was about to be attacked, so I thought I'd get in there first. And obviously, downside to that is I'm now being attacked by these guys. Okay. I think we may have even killed the person she wanted us to kill inadvertently. I didn't want to do that. I was trying to reload it. I was trying to actually just reload it. Right, we're going to kill the other soldier now. I killed a soldier accidentally there. Luckily a soldier, not civilian. Right, this is the guy we need to kill. I wasn't really as discreet as I hoped there. Well, someone killed him, I don't think it was me, to be fair. But he died nonetheless. Right, she's back over here. So far, we've done okay, I believe. I don't believe all these people deserve to be killed, but we're kind of doing her bidding, aren't we?
But a man in the legal profession wishes me harm. A lawyer. I sense a man capable of unspeakable violence. I beg your pardon. It is you. There.
There? You can't even see the guy. And she's blaming some random guy of unspeakable violence. Okay, this is the next person for us to kill. A lawyer, supposedly. Again, as I say, I'm not too sure of what her intentions are and how true some of what she wants to happen is, but we've got to do her bidding, I suppose. Alright, she's a game.
He's joined the choir.
What's that, 3 or 4 now? She's had us kill? I kind of think she's a serial killer, but she's getting other people to do her bidding. Because she's not getting her hands dirty once. And you can't tell me all these people attacked her. Come on, Thief, come for me. Another one done. That should be 15 of 15 now. It is. You should have a reward for that. We received 2,500 liveries for it. Oh, so it's not even francs. I thought the money was actually francs, but it's not. I thought we'd pick up the newspaper over there. Yeah, I've always assumed the money was francs, but it's not. It's leaves, I think it was pronounced.
Man from my dream.
Who are we killing now? Okay. Greetings. I love it when people are really polite to you.
What's happening?
Nice headshot.
You're no sprinter.
Right. So the civilians are helping. I always like the civilians joining in. I like the fact they want to help. They don't have to help, but they always seem to want to. And then they wipe their swords off on their arms. I like that. They care about the state of their weapons.
Someone get hurt?
Okay. We need to speak to her again now. We've done her bidding 4 or 5 times.
I thank you, my friend. I sense you have started down a difficult path. Oh, I wish you success.
To be fair, if we hadn't started down a difficult path, and maybe we weren't an assassin, she just turned us into a serial killer. So I can kind of understand that. But that is Tall Dark Strangers, the Paris stories. Let's nearby to now. We've got an investigation. We've not done a murder mystery yet, so let's have a look at murder mystery. It is something new for us to do, and that's the whole point of tonight, so to look at some of the side things. The things we're going to miss mainly because we've focused quite a lot on the story so far. Let's have a look at the murder mystery and see what that entails. There's a few collectibles nearby, so depending on this, we may go and have a look at those as well. Okay, murder mystery. First, we're going to get into the building. We go in this door? Nope. Trying to find my way in. Must be an open door. There we go. Let's have a look at the murder mystery. I'm curious to what this is going to contain. It's behind a load screen. That's not too bad actually, that one.
That's 3 times this month.
I got to eat. You got to feed me. Works out.
Shut it. What do you want?
A lot of crime going on. Need help?
I've got things well under control. Thank you very much.
What about all the murders you never solve?
I said shut it, Viduc.
Think about it. He solves them. You get the credit.
Tell you what. Solve a murder, I'll give you a weapon out of the bin. Meanwhile, I have more important things to do.
It's an offer and a half, isn't it? Solve it, I'll give you a weapon out of the bin.
I know the streets. I can help you out.
Why would you?
Because that stinking stupid pig of a police minister doesn't have the stinking stupid sense to do anything that might give even a grifter like me hope that someday, this city might not be a shitty place to live. And because I'm bored out of my bloody mind.
Oh, for the love of God, Viduc, shush!
Okay, we do have a database entry for Viduc. It disappeared really quickly. Let's have a quick look about him. Obviously, if he's got a database entry that says there's something towards him in terms of he's a character that meant something in the past or had some sort of past that's recorded. We just need to find him now. There he is. Yeah, only characters that are going to have a proper past in history are going to be really have anything said about them. So this must be someone that was known for something. So Eugene Francois Viduc, born in 1775, Viduc was but a lad during the French Revolution. He spent his youth as a petty thief and was frequently in jail. However, his association with thieves was to prove beneficial. By the Napoleonic era, he was working as an informant for the police and eventually became a policeman himself. They usually say crime doesn't pay, but for this fellow, it not only paid, but came with a pension and medical. That is quite impressive, to have been a thief, to eventually become an informant, and then to be a policeman. That's quite impressive. In fact, he was one of the forefathers of the deductive method of crime solving, and founded a unit that grew to become the Surete, or Surete, I suppose, France's premier crime fighting organisation. He always worked both sides of the law, but his criminal friends proved invaluable to him as a detective. That is cool. To go from what he was to what he went on to be is pretty cool. That's why I enjoy reading the database entries, because they do give you so much information about things you wouldn't know much about otherwise. So first murder mystery is Murder Foretold. Okay, we've already done his database entries, that's fine. A guide for bringing forth justice. If you want to solve crimes, you can't just wander in and throw the first suspicious person you meet into jail. Well, you can, but you'll almost always get the wrong person. Look, you're going to have to get serious and have a comprehensive system to sort out who did it, why, and how. I'm going to make it easy for you. List the basics right here. Read those over, then go out and nab the murderer. We just have to read something, and we're fully fledged crime solvers. Number 1, everything you discover will be kept in a case file. Look here to review what you've learned. Sounds good. Examine all clues and speak to witnesses. Use your eyes and ears. Some clues will lead you to new places. Don't be lazy. Go there and look for more clues. Review your case file. Use your head. Which suspect had the ability, means, and motive? When you know that only one suspect could have done the crime, return to the murderer and accuse them.
Something kind of creepy about monks. Closed up like that in a big building. Sometimes that's hard on people. Better check out the monastery here on the island, though.
Okay. So, I don't want his thing. What I want to do, now we have the actual case file that was after. For this first murder mystery. Where's it gone? I thought we had it. Okay. Encyclopedia? I thought we had the case file there. That's newspapers, letters from release. Locations. Groups, no. I'm sure they gave us a case file, but it's not showing up now, other than Murder Foretold. Okay, it should show up again, hopefully. Right, we're heading for Monastery by the sounds of it. Before we go, usual stuff. Go to the shop and buy everything we need. We need to restock a few bits, not many. We've got a decent amount of money now. I'm saving it really until probably tomorrow morning when we do the main story, because we may need to try and get some better weapons and better armour. So I'm just trying to save up so we can buy the better stuff rather than bits and pieces at a time. There is a cockade nearby as well. We can grab that, we will. Okay, this cockade will be above us, I'm assuming. While we're here, let's try and grab it. So just another one then clear that we don't have to worry about later on. Although, it is meant to be here and I can't see it. Unless it's up in the air, obviously. Possibly could be. Not going to see it, I don't think, from here. Is it above us or below us? It's got to be above us, surely. Okay, I'm not too sure where it is. It must be, I'd say, above us then, by the sounds of it. We have got a red chest here. We may not be able to do it now, depending level. Let's have a look. Yeah, we should be able to do this one. I think it's a level 1, in fact. Nice and easy. I say this now. Just about. Okay. So that cockade must be up really high and we have to jump off, which I'm not going to climb all the way now. Let's carry on heading towards the body we're trying to investigate for the first murder mystery that we've done. Or we're about to do, once we get there. Quite actually a way away, isn't it? It's all the way back here. I could speed things up. Where are we now? No, I won't speed things up, because you just don't know what we're going to run into along the way. So we'll go there manually, because if stuff we can clear along the way, we will do. Like chests and things. Although I don't think there's going to be by the looks of this. There's a Nostradamus puzzle here. There is a red chest in here though, if we can get in. Drop down. Drop. There we go. This is a one lockpick chest, so we can do this one while we're here. It's the number 3, it's the 3 lockpicks we can't do quite yet. I rushed it, I should have waited. My own fault for rushing it. They seem so easy when you rush them. You're live, nice! Okay. Could just run along the streets. The reason we don't generally is mainly because you get yourself into trouble. Sometimes always easier to be heading there yourself. There's another cockade nearby. We're not going to get there. If I keep stopping for everything, we're not going to get there. So let's keep going.
Well, if it isn't the best part if you want to.
Right, another crowd event cleared. I do like doing the crowd events. They're really nice and quick, to be fair. So is that your first time going live then? Or have you been live before? I know you was asking, but it doesn't mean you haven't done it previously. Okay, so the body's in here. Let's have a look. Murder foretold. Okay, we don't actually see anything about it. The only thing we've got, solve the murder in the monastery. Okay, it's the first one, I suppose. So we've got to head up by the looks of things. Well, there's a door there. That's not. That's a beer making process. Right, there's a body upstairs then by looking at this. We've got to solve the murder. This is going to take some thinking, I suppose. Our first ever crime scene. That obviously we didn't cause. That's always a plus. Okay, we've got to investigate the monk. Can we look at him? I can't do any. I can examine the body. That's what I was trying to get to, was examine the body. There we go. A dead monk, Friar Eugene, strangled with a strand of rosary beads. He appears to have fallen from his chair while writing at his desk. So he was writing at his desk and someone come from behind with some rosary beads and strangled him. Okay. We'll find the murderer. There's 13 clues. Let's speak to the monk.
Friars Stanislas, Bernard, and even the respected Friar Benoit. And then Friar Jean. All dead. It passeth all understanding. 3 monks survive, praise God.
I can't watch what I'm playing.
I dare not think.
That's the only downside.
The murderer is one of them? Ah, ridiculous. Which of them would be capable of such an atrocity?
Because I have my laptop open to read the chat, I can't have anything else on there. My laptop's not that good. It's not a high-tech laptop. So if I have more than a couple of things open, it really slows everything down. So unfortunately I won't be able to watch, not while I'm streaming. Okay, we've got a couple of other people here. This is the body of Friar Bernard, an older monk lying dead in his bed. His features are sallow, and his face is ashen grey. It's not a good look. This is... I can't see because it's not showing me. There we go. An older monk lying dead in his bed. Okay, so they've been dead a while. Let's put it that way. You're doing free roam. Nice. And again, another one laying in his bed. Okay, is there any other clues up here? There is a box here. Let's have a look. Personal effects. Of note is an enormous book filled with intriguing quatrains. The Prophecies by Nostradamus. Now, if you're aware, Nostradamus was quite a big prophesizer, and they claim a lot of his prophecies come true, but if you read them, it doesn't quite sound like you'd think if people said they come true, but that's all down to personal opinion. This is property of Friar Eugene. This is the guy that has been killed. Personal effects. Also at the bottom of the chest, a single page torn from a book. The 7 branches will be reduced to 3. The elder one surprised by death. The 2 seduced to fratricide. The conspirators will die as they sleep. Nostradamus. Now, if you go by that, I'm assuming those 3 are possibly the older ones. Would that be... I'd assume that's where that prophecy comes into play. Now, there's something on the floor here. I want to quick look at that. This is the crumpled paper. Yeah, sorry, I just can't watch streams while streaming myself, unfortunately. Clenching the monk's dead fist is a crumpled bit of paper apparently torn from a diary. It reads, "Guilty. I have poisoned them. He claimed it was God's will that I do so because of the prediction, but I cannot escape my guilt. I'm a murderer. I must confess everything right this minute before," and then the note is unfinished. So he wrote that note, essentially. Okay. What other clues have we got? We've got 8 of 13 so far. So there's another monk here to speak to.
So much happened. First, the death of the elder monks. Friar Jean served them wine, and they immediately became very tired. They went to bed and couldn't be roused. I ran to the doctor. When I came back, what did I find? They were all dead. And there's Friar Jean, strangled at his desk.
So we know Friar Jean, as he called him, killed the older monks. The 3 older monks, we know who poisoned them. That's fine. I think I've unlocked one outfit offhand. Player customization. Gear loadout. Equipment. I'm pretty sure we've done one. Yes. Oh, we've done a couple actually. Edward's outfit. Arno's fearless outfit. And McFarlane Master Assassin outfit. They're the 3 we've unlocked currently. So yeah, we know Friar Eugene killed the 3 older people. The young monk is saying he wasn't here when the murder took place. That's what he's claiming. There's also someone else to talk to out here. And there's something over there as well to look at. Let's speak to this guy.
Right over there, starting a fire he was. A fire, here in the vineyard. Well, I yelled at him to get on out of there, and he ran off.
Okay, so one of the monks was starting a fire. That's fine. There's a clue by the fire, I think.
Come here. You.
Poisoned the cask of wine, but I served it. If he knew that I'm about to confess, he would not hesitate to murder me himself. Oh, curse the day the prediction of Nostradamus ever came into owner's possession. He is quite mad, and he has driven me to madness, but I am. Okay. So he's basically named Honor. Okay, we are missing 2 clues, essentially. There were 2 clues we haven't investigated. I kind of think we need to have a look at the wine. Really. Yeah, I think we need to look at the wine. Whether that is one of the clues we need to look at, I don't know. I don't think there's anything left in here to look at. I'm kind of got a feeling I know who's done it. But it may be too early to say, to be fair. Anything in here to investigate? Nope. Always worth looking around. There's another monk here, actually. Let's go and speak to this guy. See what he has to say for himself.
I am very worried about Friar Honoré. He and Friar Jean were quite close. I fear Jean's murder has affected Honoré's sanity.
So I'm guessing it's Honoré currently. We'll have a look through the clues once we're done. We're missing 1 clue essentially. I'm not sure how we did it, to be fair. I didn't even see when we'd done it. I didn't realise we'd unlocked it. I thought we'd only unlocked Edwards, and that was the only one I thought we'd done. So yeah, I'm surprised we had the other 2 unlocked, to be honest. Right, this is Friar Honoré. This is the one I believe is at fault. We're about to find out.
God's will cannot be understood by mortal man. We search and pray and do the best we can. Small hints can be discerned, say, in the writings of prophets. I believe Nostradamus is one.
Right, there we go. So we now need to access the database, look for our case file and decide who we think is guilty. I've got a feeling I know who it is, from what we know. Yeah, I don't normally bother with cosmetics that often, to be fair. So I didn't even pay much attention when I actually unlocked the other two. I don't know if I had them from the start. Because I've got all the DLC loaded in, we haven't obviously looked at it yet. Because that's after the main story. But it could be because I've got the DLC, I'm not sure. So the vineyard workers saw a monk die in a fire. The two older abbots are dead. We knew the three, sorry, were dead. Friar Honore and Friar Eugene were friends. He believes in Nostradamus. Yeah, they become ill after Friar Eugene served them wine and went to sleep. And then Friar Eugene was found dead. The elder one surprised by death, the two seduced to fratricide. The conspirators will die as they sleep. Okay. Prophecies of Nostradamus is an important part. He names Honore, which I believe this believed to the diary belonged to Eugene. He also died in his hand, guilty. I've poisoned them, which is kind of what we thought anyway, for anything else. And then the bodies and his body. So I believe the guilty party. Open all the yellow chests, is it? Cool. Yeah, we'll get round to doing everything 100% as over time. I feel like we're still really early in, but yet story-wise we're quite a way ahead. So I believe Abbot Honore is guilty, so that's who we're going to speak to and accuse.
God's will cannot be understood by mortal man.
Hold to accuse.
Pray and do the best we can.
I'm pretty sure it's him.
Small hints
see if I'm right or wrong, shall we?
Say, the conspirators were foretold to die in their sleep. Jean was victim of a fratricide. Is it murder to fulfill a prophecy?
Yes, it is murder to fulfill a prophecy. Basically. This is one of the things I don't like about Unity. Compared to all the others, the loading screens do take a while. The other games didn't have long loading screens, but Unity seems to have them. And it's frustrating. I don't know if I would have said that when we played this originally, though, to be fair. Because when this first released, loading screens like this were the norm, really.
It's all coming true, I tell you. Even this.
There we go. We got it right. I believe Honore was the monk who got Jean to kill the other three monks, then killed Jean as well. So we have solved our first murder.
He's a bit off his nut, if you ask me. Arrest the madman. 9 times out of 10, you're right. Go ahead.
Okay, we can. Culprit found with no false accusations. So we got maximum bonus, and we now have a wooden hammer. We also have the Hand of Justice trophy achieved. We have a wooden hammer. Case summary. Friar Honore became obsessed with the prediction of Nostradamus and brought his friend Eugene into his obsession. Together they plotted to make one of Nostradamus' predictions come true. Honore poisoned a cask of wine, and Jean served it to the older monks, the eldest of the branches. In a fit of remorse, Friar Eugene decided to confess, and was in the act of writing of his decision in his diary when he was surprised by Friar Honore, who then strangled Jean with his own rosary beads. Honore then attempted to burn a page from Jean's diary, but was seen by the vineyard worker and ran off in a fright. So we got it all right. The only thing I didn't get quite right was I thought Jean had burnt the diary, but no, Honore had done it to try and cover his tracks. But we got it done. No false accusations. The case, our first murder mystery case, is solved. Follow up on what we found. We solved it. Let's have a quick look at this wooden hammer. I guarantee we're not going to use it, but I'm curious to where it is and what it looks like. Would it be? I'm assuming a one-handed weapon, but doesn't seem to be in the one-handed section. Long? No, it's going to be in the heavy then, surely. Pickaxe, wooden hammer, non-lethal. I don't quite understand some of these. When it says non-lethal. I'm pretty sure if you hit someone on the head with that, that's going to be lethal. But it is telling me it's non-lethal. I'm kind of in two minds whether to try new weapons and stuff. Kind of happy with the sword, but at the same time, there's so much choice of weapons, we really should try new ones. What is that there? I don't know what that is, that marker. Black one. Just having a look to see if we can see what it is. Nostradamus Enigma. Okay, while we're here, let's have a look at that. There is a Paris story nearby as well. Curious. Is this one of the ones we haven't solved yet, maybe? Yes, it is. So we have got a couple we haven't quite solved. No, this was the one we've solved. That was an old clue from one we've actually solved. So that one's been done. That's why it's black, I think. Because we have solved it. Right, there's a cockade here. So we'll grab the cockade and then we'll do the Paris story. Still got about half an hour left, so we've got plenty of time. I think we've got to climb up and jump down. Looking at that. Yeah, we've solved one of the Nostradamus Enigmas. And I think on the map they turn black, which is why I couldn't see in the legend. So we have solved that one already. Which is why it's black on the map and not white as they normally are. But I'm hoping I'm right about this cockade. Otherwise we might just jump to a death. Not sure. Okay. If we highlight the cockade, I'm hoping we'll pinpoint it. It's there. I don't think we need to jump, do we? I thought we did, but I don't think we do. I think it's in that building, in fact. Okay, we might die here, because he won't go the way I want him to. Okay, drop down. So I think it's in the building itself. I don't think we need to go high. It's actually below us. Okay, so there must be a way in underneath, possibly. There is some stairs just here. So that cockade, I think, is underneath us. Interact.
Ah, a new initiate. We're using the chalices you stole in tonight's ritual. Enter.
Oh. So this is a mission we done earlier for Paris Stories. We stole the chalices from Notre Dame to be part of Baphomet's cult, essentially. And this is what we're using. Okay. This is another Paris story then, to do with this. Right, where's the cockade?
Welcome to the cult of Baphomet. Revolution is suppressing the cult of Catholics that has for so long suppressed us.
All I wanted was the cockade.
That old goat.
I think we're near it. There it is. Right, found the cockade. Now we'll head for the Paris story that's down here as well. Let's go back the way we came. And that way the guy should maybe still be talking to us. Possibly.
Sisters and brothers of Baphomet, we here dedicate the life of our beloved sister Jeanne to the glory and power of the wisdom of Baphomet.
No worries. Thank you for dropping by this. Thank you for saying hello. Much appreciated. Enjoyed the conversation as well. Well, thank you. Hopefully we'll see you again some other time.
We honor your sacrifice.
Thank you very much. Much appreciated. So they're sacrificing one of their own. Okay, there is another Paris story here. I don't know if it's down here though or not. I've got a feeling it's not, to be fair.
Lots of attractive women this year, eh?
Lots of some of their conversations are brilliant. So, obviously this is the Baphomet that we helped earlier. I thought there'd be more to do down here. We got the cockade though from here. Thank you. But there doesn't seem to be anything else we can do. We can't obviously save the girl. She's freely giving her body. At least we've checked. So, Paris Story's upstairs, so we're going to have to leave that. There may be a mission later on down the line in there, maybe. Okay, Paris Stories. Using the old noggins. Retrieve famous severed heads for Madame Tussaud. Do you recognise the name?
I am Madame Tussaud. I'm adept at making wax figures and death masks. I promised the Assembly I would make masks of famous victims of the guillotine. It's grisly, but it was the only way to get out of prison. And now someone has stolen the heads I was given. Could you please find them for me?
Madame Tussaud database. Now, I know of the name, because in the UK we have Madame Tussauds, which is a place you go, full of waxwork, lifelike figures. Incredible. And I know that she was known to make masks many, many years ago. And obviously I think this is what this is about to tell us. So born Mary Grochholtz in Strasbourg, Marie Tussaud would go on to be famous for her Museum of Wax Sculptures in London. And Sean's little quip. Thank God she changed her name. I doubt they'll be queuing around the block for Madame Grochholtz's house of vaguely recognisable figurines. She learned how to sculpt from Dr. Philippe Curtius, for whom she worked as a housekeeper. Philippe Curtius was a physician, psychicist, and anatomist who sculpted heads and organs for use in his classes. Wow, okay. Hope they mean anatomy classes, because if you just brought them out during random math classes, I think the authorities would have been told. Sean, again with his usual wisdom. Marie became his brightest and only pupil and came with him to Paris. In 1776, their exhibition of portraits attracted large crowds of people, astonished by the realism of their figures. It was almost as if the skin of the sculpture quivered. Marie's created her first wax figures of Voltaire and Ronsard, the best of enemies, in 1778, and she then went on to Benjamin Franklin. She was also employed by Louis, I think that's the 16th, it's either 14th or 16th, I'm not looking up again, to teach drawing and modelling to Louis' sister, and moved into the Versailles. However, such proximity to royalty served her poorly after the fall of the monarchy. She was arrested for royalist sympathies and waited to meet her death in the same cell as Eugene de Beauharnais. Just as the executioner was cutting her hair to clear the neck, the order came for her release. The condition of her freedom was to create wax sculptures of famous heads, whether hated or celebrated. Eventually, these would include Marie Antoinette, Marat, and Robespierre. Her mentor Curtius died in the autumn of 1794, just as the terror was subsiding. He left Marie his collection of heads. How touching. She left for London in 1802 to present her collection, which had been the talk of the town for the past 2 decades. She would remain there for the rest of her life, establishing her famous exhibition. She died in her sleep at the age of 88 years, 54 of which she had spent sculpting. Having completed her own self-portrait many years since, she has remained eternally young. If by eternally young you mean permanently dead. That's quite cool to learn more about her history. I never really knew much about her other than, obviously, the waxworks. That's quite cool. So we're going to work with Madame Tussaud. We need to find these severed heads. Speak to the assistants. First one here.
A friend found out something you might find important. She sent me this letter.
Okay, we got a letter. Chère Madame, I have learned that a certain politician, flushed with pride in his role overthrowing the Girondins, has procured the head of Jacques-Pierre Brissot, recently stolen from you. He works near the concierge, your devoted friend. Okay, we have one location. I'm assuming the other assistants are upstairs. Be my thinking. Number 2 assistant. What have you got for me?
It that a soldier who guards Sainte-Chapelle wanted the head of Olympe de Gouges. He was in love with her from afar.
Show me the second head and where we're going to find it.
The judge of the Palais de Justice who condemned Jacques Hébert apparently wanted Hébert's head as a trophy.
Right, we now have all 3 locations for the heads, as you do. Now we just need to go and collect and then bring them back to Madame Tussaud. So where are we looking at? Okay, we can actually fast travel. I don't know how much quicker fast traveling is because of the load time, so we probably won't. We're not a million miles away, to be fair, either. Let's quickly tackle the thief if we can, though. And that's another crowd event done. We've got 2,500 leaves for doing the last 15 crowd events. So we did the 15 set and got 2,500. So I'm hoping to do 20, get more. Right, 3 heads, 3 places. Hopefully fairly simple to do, but not so sure on that one, considering where they're currently kept. One is in there. Let's head up. See if we can get a view on where the person who owns one of the heads is, at least. Okay. So one is there. Retrieve is straight below us there. Okay. So obviously we need to jump into there. I need to retrieve this head. Where are the... Right, there's a soldier there. Another one on there. So I need to wait for that soldier to turn around, ideally. And then we'll go and retrieve the head. Or if he keeps walking. Can't interact while there's a conflict nearby. Wasn't what I wanted to do. I would have rather not go into a conflict. Okay. Who's shooting at me? Oh, the guards outside are shooting at me. That's annoying. We can't get the head while we're here, can we? Alright, we've got to escape for a minute. Not do that. Come on. They're good shots, aren't they? We can't seem to make an escape. Up above. Come on, need that. Well, okay. Now we can escape. Come and look for me. You won't find me. Right, I think we may just escape. There's 2 people there. I could go and kill them, to be honest, but I don't really want to have to. Although I may, because I don't think that's going to wear off, is it? No, it is. There we go. Right, we know where one head is. It's here. So I'm going to try this again. And these 2, which way are they facing now? Are they out facing the other way? I don't want them looking in. Oh, the heads are all in here. I can't do it. The 2 guards outside are the problem. So I need to go and kill the 2 guards, essentially. I'm not a renegade. All I'm trying to do is go and collect my severed heads, you know, like any normal person, essentially. Can I... Just trying to collect my severed heads. Right, we'll have the civilians come and help as they do. Right, the civilians did come to help, so that's a bonus. We do need to heal again. Right, now we can climb over and grab everything. All the soldiers have been taken out. I wouldn't say we did it quite silently enough, but we survived. Okay. That's one head. Wrong sack. Okay, so we've got there's 3 sacks in this location. They all look like they've got heads in, which is a bit disconcerting. Wrong sack as well, so the final sack is over here. Which is actually near the bodies. That would probably make sense, to be fair. Oh, what? Pressed it too early, that's why I'm not parrying that. We're not anyone's. Right, retrieve the head. Wrong sack again, okay. So several sacks here, we've got 3 wrong out of 3 so far. There's a sack on here. There we go, we found our first head. Go, I say. Okay, head number 2 is over there. Head number 2 is also, 3 is there. Do we have to go in the building, or is it just past the building? That's the question. No open windows I can see offhand. That was tricky. There was a lot of soldiers there trying to stop us, so I think that obviously made that trickier. I was trying to be as incognito as possible, which didn't last very long. That is generally the way, to be fair. Right, there's an alarm bell in this area as well. Let's have a look around for enemy. There's a few, isn't there? Who's that? Is that... That's not a dead person. That's an alive person. Okay. I feel like... Oh, we've got to steal the head. Okay, that's different. I thought we had to go and kill someone to take the head, which would be a little bit tricky. Okay, we can get up here though, and I believe we can jump off because we do have that there. So if we go to here, and the soldiers, one soldier I've seen here who walks past us. Where's he gone now? Can't see quite where he's disappeared. But still, this could be tricky. Alarm bell. There's my soldier. I parried too early there. He came round the corner at the last moment there, I was unexpected to. Okay, now we can steal the head at least. I just wasn't expecting him to walk around the corner when he did, annoyingly. So we should be able to loot the head from this guy. We've got a key. So that wasn't the head, that's a key. So where's the key lead us to? Possibly this door, maybe then. Interesting. So we gained a key. Oh, we've got to steal from this guy. Supposedly we've got to steal something from this guy. We haven't really stole much from anyone so far on this. Obviously we could assassinate him and make life easy. We got a letter. Purchased both heads from my friend. They're kept in chests in the concierge. I have a single key that opens them both. Right, so we know where they are now. And we have the key that opens the chest. So that answers the question of why we have a key. Ignoring the fact it's a restricted area. Do you think you'll finish today? No way. No. We've not done any main story tonight. We're just doing the Paris story, so we definitely won't finish today. Tomorrow morning stream is a 3.5 hour stream. Again, we may get it done, but I'm not really rushing the story because there's loads of side stuff to do that I want to enjoy as well. So no, I don't think we'll get it done today. I think, I don't know, main story we could have done next week, in all honesty. But if we get it done that quickly, it's going to be a bit of a waste. And as I say, there is side stuff to do as well. So it depends on what order we kind of do things. Because I'm enjoying the Paris stories, to be fair. But good evening, how are you, dog? Okay, there is an artifact here we'll do while we're here. It's this one. There we go. Perfectly done. Right, we're looking for a chest which has some heads in it. I think they're below us looking at this. There's enemies here. We'll have to deal with them. There is an enemy there. Nice headshot. Couldn't have him stopping us, that's the problem. I don't like killing people, you know, unnecessarily, but nothing we could do. This is the third head. There we go. And I'm assuming we need to head back to Madame Tussaud. And we are, I didn't realise what time it is, we're massively running out of time for this evening, so this may be the last mission we can complete. because of the time. I didn't realise what time it was, to be fair. There is a cockade up here as well. Thinking while we're here we should really grab it. It's just through there. Where is it? I think it's just outside this window. It is just above us. There we go. Cockade gained. Now I can drop down here. It should be an easy run to Madame Two Swords. There is a... Let's scare the bullies. Don't want to kill them. It also won't let me draw my weapon. Why can't I draw my weapon?
You think you're God to decide who gets bread and who doesn't? We don't like people who treat us like dirt.
Trying to scare the bullies, but I can't draw my weapon. I'm pressing the button, but it won't do anything. Don't know if that works to scare them, to be fair. It does. A smoke bomb does the same thing. I didn't know if the smoke bomb will work or not, but it did. So we'll take that. Let's quickly restock everything. I like to keep restocking everything every time we see a shop, because it's so easy to run out of stuff. Okay, we're heading back to Madame Two Swords. I think that might be the last thing we can do tonight. Is that a thief, is it? I can't not do it because I'm trying to get whatever the reward is for 20. As that's our next set. Good night, Dennis. Thank you for watching, much appreciated. You're over to the doctor's tomorrow. Well, hopefully the doctor's goes okay. I hope you're okay. And I'm sure we'll speak soon. I did get your message, by the way, on Discord. I was in the opticians at the time, and I never looked back again after that. So apologies for not replying. Okay, we're nearly back at Madame Two Swords. And here she is. We can hand this in.
Have them. I can make the death masks and be safe. Oh, what a world in which we live.
And there we have it. There's using the old noggin. Paris story complete. I hope so. Hopefully it goes well, Dennis. I'm sure we'll speak soon. But thank you for dropping by. Thank you for joining. Right, we've got about 5 minutes, which I know is not long. Just trying to think what we can possibly do in 5 minutes. Not very much. We haven't done any Viduc Rift training before, have we? There is one there. The thing is, if we start a mission, I might not have time. That's the downside. There's a chest to clear here. Let's go and grab that. Nearby. But we're rapidly out of time. I didn't actually realise it was getting to that point, to be fair. That's the only problem with evening streams. You're suddenly just getting into something, and then it's over. Before you know it. But that is the nature, unfortunately. Okay, so there is a chest. Let's go in here. Is there one upstairs? Can hear it. Can't see it. Must be enough. I can hear it but can't see it. It's definitely not in here, is it? No. Oh, it's above us, right, so it is definitely above us. There's a couple of criminals here to deal with. Let's deal with both of those two. I didn't save the civilian, unfortunately. We did deal with the criminals. Right, there's a window upstairs. That's where we need to go in then. And the chest should be here. So to get a save point, we're going to fast travel to the cafe. That's always a good way of guaranteeing ourselves a save point, to be fair. We can grab the money from our chest before we finish as well. I think that's a good way of doing things. So, before we finish, let's quickly nip back to the cafe. You'll always make sure you're on the right bit on the cafe, because you can easily go to DLC, and obviously we don't want to do that anytime yet. It's going to be after main story and everything else. Yeah, I'm not too sure what we're going to do about main story. I don't know how many sequences it is, but we're in sequence 7, which kind of worries me because we've not explored much of the map. I don't want it to be like Rogue, where I've gone trying to find time in my own time, which I struggle with anyway because I'm always recording or editing or voicing over and all that stuff, to try and clear the map of Rogue. I've actually finished off one of the maps. We've still got the other one to go. I don't want to have the same issue in this one. Although the side quests, the Paris stories, are quite interesting and they have a point to them. So that's not as bad as Rogue, I suppose. But yeah, I don't know why I've managed to blitz the story so quickly. Maybe it's because we haven't explored as much. Okay, while we're here and we have the income, we can actually renovate. So what are we up? Upper floor is done. No, 15,000 needed finishing touches. The other thing we probably can look at then while we're here, let's come off this before we finish. We have 11,000 in the bank. So let's have a quick look at weapons and gear. So dueling pistols are currently our pistol of choice, which are obviously only a 2-star. They are upgraded, but we've got the American flintlocks there we could buy for 1,000. But then you're looking at something like Pepper Shot, which isn't brilliant. Arno's pistol is a 4-star. It's going to cost us 5 grand, but it's a 4 diamonds. I think that's a good one to buy. That's definitely a better pistol. Yeah, I think let's buy that. I know it's 5,000, but that's a big upgrade on what we were using. We can also upgrade it. Which will give additional damage. Obviously, the best pistol is the gold-plated pistol. It's 125,000. It's 2,000 to upgrade. Let's do it. We've got plenty in that respect. We've not used much of that currency for anything. I've kind of delayed upgrading things. So that's the pistol changed. I'm thinking we look at outfit now. So we've got tailored musketeer hood. We're looking at a 4-star something. Improved prowler, but again we're losing parts on that. We gain health. We're losing stealth. Quite a lot of stealth as well there. Hood of the Raiders. If we're going to upgrade a hood, we need to make sure it's something that's going to be a decent upgrade with decent extras. So we lose quite a bit of stealth. We gain health though for the improved prowler. What about chest? Now, we did get his tailored coat, but one saying 4-star. So the improved prowler coat does give us health and stealth bonus. So that's a good thing. The improved Napoleonic does give us health and stealth. Pretty much the same on both though, to be fair. They're £5,000 a piece as well. 5,000. I don't mean £5,000. You know what I mean. The improved military coat is, I don't care what they look like. I always look at stats. Health is the same, but I think stealth goes up a little bit. What else have we got? Range goes up here. The coat of the Raiders will give us an increase to stealth. I think the prowler coat might be the way forward. So it's the majority of money gone, I know. But I wanted to do some upgrades to improve. I'm assuming the 4 diamond stuff we'll use for quite a while. So we have upgraded that coat as well. I'm assuming the 4 arms will be quite expensive. Let's improve prowler, yeah. 5,000 around for anything upgraded there. But we've done an upgrade to our pistols. The only one I've not looked at is sword. I know we haven't got the main now, I've just spent it. Foil is the current weapon of choice. I don't want the mace, it's non-lethal. The officer's sabre would be a good one, I think. By the looks of it. Again, I don't understand how the Morning Star is non-lethal, but there we go. Dented Falchion doesn't really do it for me. Officer's sabre, I think is probably the better one. Raw Cutlass is going to be too much money. But yeah, once we go over 5,000, we'll improve our sword again. There are ones we can obviously unlock. How is the road? I don't understand how the scepter and stuff are all non-lethal. Where are we standing? So that's our current gear loadout. So I think it's good. I think that's okay. We have got up to 4 diamonds now, which is kind of what I wanted. So 4 diamonds it is. But as I say, unfortunately, that is it for tonight. We are finished. We've run out of time. So we are live again tomorrow morning with more Assassin's Creed Unity. We'll continue some Paris stories. We'll try and do some more main story as well. And go from there. There's still so much to see and so much to do, in fact. Massive thank you to you guys for tonight. Very much appreciate it. I know the evening streams are quite short. It's only 2 hours. But we do manage to get some other stuff done away from the main story, so I think that's really good. So thank you all very much. Thank you for the likes, the comments, the views, and conversation. You guys have been incredible. Thank you to the new people that stopped by and said hello as well. Very much appreciated. And thank you to you regulars as well. As I say, we're back tomorrow morning. If you can't make tomorrow morning, we are back live for 2 hours Saturday evening for the subscriber special, which was Detroit Become Human, where you guys pick what happens and I just press the buttons and hope for the best. That's Saturday evening for you guys. So hopefully we'll see some of you there as well. But that is it. Enjoy your evening, your morning, or your afternoon, wherever you are, and we'll see you very soon, I'm sure. Thank you all for watching. Bye-bye.